Hello everybody and welcome back to City Skylines. In the previous episode I've made this tram depot with a functional tram wash, as you can see right here. I've made some slight adjustments. I've placed this like control cabin thingy to turn this off and on, even though that will never happen because well, I can't change it, but hey. I've also placed this metal grid on the floor. Looks quite cool. I think it's like a walkway thingy, I don't know, but it looks cool. So in this episode I am going to work on this island over here. So yeah, let's get started. Okay, so on this island I am going to make a park, and it will only be accessible by boat. As you can see, I am building a ferry stop here, so there won't be any cars or anything, so I imagine this would be quite a peaceful place, a nice place for a park, so yeah, that's why I'm building it here. So you might be wondering why there is this big weird island in the middle of the lake. This is actually a feature called an oxbow. So the way it works is when a river meanders around, sometimes due to erosion it takes a shortcut. And then what happens is, because of sedimentation, the old part of the river gets separated and there's an oxbow lake left. But what I imagine is when these people first settled here, they built a dam, which is why it was initially going to be called Hammond Dam instead of Hamonburg. But because of that dam, the sedimentation process stopped because there's no more water flow, and then well, this just stayed an island, I guess. Just a bit of lore or whatever that I'm just coming up with. But so what you can see me do right here is I am making some piers and using the docks or by Strict Toaster, which are pretty cool. And then I am adding some boardwalks, or whatever they're called, so people can walk around, look at the water, and just have a great time, I guess. So I've also placed a restaurant, as you can see, on one of those piers, and on the other one is just a fishing place. I don't know, looks pretty cool. This might be very fast paced. Again, the video turned out to be a lot longer than expected. I still need to get a kind of a feel of how long I should record, so how long the videos will be. But yeah, this video might be a bit longer than usual, and well, I try to cut most of the boring stuff out, like the menu scrolling and such. So over here I am placing some rocks to kind of hide away the ugly borders, like the grass, the path and the dock. So yeah, it looks pretty cool, looks very natural as well, which I really like. Unfortunately, these rocks, they are very bright. As you'll see later, when I place some other rocks, there is a really big contrast. I can't really do anything about that, unfortunately. There aren't any better rocks available, so you just have to deal with it. It's not that big of a deal, I guess. So yeah, here you can see I'm adding some smaller rocks around to just blend it in. And using some plattable asphalt because, well, I sank those boardwalk things into the ground, and then, well, it just creates a big hole. Here you can see those other rocks. They are a lot darker, so they really stand out from the other rocks, which is a bit of a bummer, but... Okay, so here I am adding some buildings. This island is kind of going to be inspired by Liberty Island. So there's going to be a museum and an information desk, I guess. So this is a trick that I saw Crumbs McGee do. He used these ferry buildings, which they actually look really cool as normal buildings. So you just kind of sink them into the ground, hide away all the other pieces with rocks, for example. You could use poppable asphalt and add some decals maybe. But so yeah, I made this museum thingy, and I was wondering like what was I gonna place in the middle, and then I decided, well, just add a submarine. So I guess this is like a marine museum, maybe, I don't know. Maybe this submarine fought in some war, and now it's retired, and here in this museum, open to the public, so they can enjoy it, I guess. So yeah, here I'm adding some toilets and a restaurant, so that's pretty important, I guess. People need to get some food on the middle of the island. You don't want to be stuck on the island while the boat is gone. So yeah, there's a place to eat. So this is like a seafood restaurant, I think. And then there is the other restaurant, the Italian restaurant, I think it was, back on the pier. So yeah, lots of food choice. I would highly recommend going here if you want to. So yeah. Just filling the rest of this place up with some rocks. Just look cool, I guess. And blend it in with some decals. Here's this annoying hole again, which I was talking about earlier. So here I am adding some brick decals to the roads and some curbs to just make it look a bit cooler, not as plain. Again, plain concrete looks really boring. Add some stuff like decals and curbs. It makes it look a lot better. And here I am continuing with the path around the island for now, because what I'm gonna do here is I am adding, wait for it, a cell phone tower. Because YOLO, just had this idea, so here it is. You know, you need to be able to use your phone on this island, I guess. Adding some more decals and some silly props which make no sense at all, to just add some detail, you know. Just, you don't want it to look too plain. Okay, so here I am going to the other side of the island, and I've already placed this statue over here, and this is, well, it's not the Lady Liberty, not close, but it's a statue, it looks cool, and I am building a little fountain around it using these transparent water props. I think they were by Ronix, not sure, but look pretty cool. Adding some more cobblestone decals around it. and then some more walls and benches just to make it look a lot better. Okay, so here I am adding some grass around this little hill thingy. It looks alright, but later in the video I will come back and replace it by some flowers. Flowers? My voice. So yeah, just extending the path right here. And the curbs, of course. And then some more paths around the main square, so it's like the center of the whole park, I guess. And here I am adding some little paths so people can just stroll around the park, look at the nature and such. Over here I am building a playground, so the kids have something to do while the parents are just at the restaurant doing absolutely nothing at all, so they're not bored, you know. And these circles are pretty cool. I believe they are by Detja, if I said that right, I don't know. And these playground props are, I don't know by whom they are, but they're pretty cool. And then I am adding some mulch to the floor. You know, that annoying stuff that gets in your shoes. Yeah, it's horrible. And then just bordering it off with some... And these are also pretty cool. They are by... I would say King Lino, but I am not sure. They're like the cement sidewalk props and some more curbs around it.
Ladies and gentlemen, can I please have your attention? I've just been handed an urgent and horrifying news story, and I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen.
Okay, so here I am doing something pretty cool. I am using the procedural objects mod to make an information sign. I haven't seen any of those on a Steam workshop yet, so this is pretty cool. I am just using a blue texture I've made, just plain blue, and then also adding a lamp inside so it glows at night. Looks kind of weird, but it's pretty cool. And then here I am building another custom prop. I am using some cameras and a bollard to make a coin-operated binoculars. You know, you see those everywhere at like tourist places, so you can just insert a coin and then enjoy the view, I guess. So yeah, I'm just placing those everywhere, so you can just enjoy the view anywhere you are. They appear to be monitored by a CTOS, however I am not sure what that's all about. And here I'm coming back to the fountain plaza. I'm adding these marble seat props, which they are supposed to be functional, but they don't seem to be working. I'm not sure if I have to use the ploppable version, because right now I'm using the prop version. The ploppable versions, however, they can't be raised apparently, so yeah. Here I'm adding some fountains and then some carps, which are pretty cool because they actually move and the fountains are animated. So it adds some life to your fountains. As you can see, the carps are just spinning around. Pretty cool. So yeah, this is what I was talking about earlier. Here I'm adding some flowers. There are gonna be 4 segments in 4 different colors. They look pretty cool from up close, but from up high you can see this like really bright colored circle, which I'm not really happy with that, but maybe I'll come back and replace it, I don't know. So yeah, over here I am adding a little maintenance garage thingy, where I guess they would store the lawn mowers. You know, you have to cut the lawn, so it's not really horrible. Unfortunately, I haven't seen any lawn mowers on the Steam Workshop. I mean those big tractory ones you can sit on. So yeah, instead I'm just adding a tractor. I'm going for a really old look with this, so lots of dirt, decals, oil stains with the tractor, and what else? Some props, a wheelbarrow, and some watering cans, and a dumpster, and you know, the stuff, and this really old and rusty oil tank. I guess to fuel your tractor mower thingies, and this little lamp and a drain. It looks really cozy, I guess, in a way. And some party tents over here. I wanted to have the yellow ones because I got like 3 in a row in the first time, but then I couldn't get a 4th one. So and I got a ton of blue ones, so I just picked the blue ones. Doesn't really matter. And in a second I'll add a barbecue thingy, so people can have barbecue, I guess. And some tents, because why not? People can camp here in the park. Maybe if you missed the last boat and then you're stuck on the island, then you could go to the tents, I guess. And I couldn't really find a campfire prop at first, but and I found one later. So yeah, now I'm just going ahead and adding a lot of benches and places to sit around the park, because that's really important. You know, people get tired, people want to sit and just have a rest. It's really the important thing about the park, so people can rest. You don't want sore feet. And yeah, just making the grass look less plain by adding a lot of flowers. These are some pretty cool decals by Ronix, I believe. And he has lots of like grass props to just detail your lawns and such. And yeah, bins all over the place, also important. You know, you don't want this place to be littered everywhere. So yeah, going for a realistic look here. Also adding some stairs in front of this museum thingy, so people can get on there without jumping. So yeah, I've been rambling about for a while now, so I am just gonna leave you with a time lapse for a little while, and then I'll be back in a second. Okay, so over here I am making a little marina, as you can see. So people can dock their boats, I guess, and go for a walk in the park. These boats are pretty cool. They are by Mick Crosshill, I believe. He makes a lot of marina assets, a lot of floating boats, also some piers and such, and ferries. Ferries which are like surfers and such, so it's pretty cool, check him out. And then I am adding just rocks around the places, and every now and then a little beach, so people can go for a swim. Maybe might be dangerous with all the boats that, well, currently aren't there, but later I guess there'll be lots of boats going around on this lake. Yeah, adding some decals to the road because they looked too plain again. And then I am adding some towel props to the beach, so it looks like people actually use them. I will add park people generator note thingies later, so people actually go to the beach and actually sit around in the park and stand in the playground doing nothing at all. I've seen several grandpas in the playground. They are having a fantastic time, believe me. Also adding some live, what are they called? Live band things And yeah, here you can see I am adding the park people generators. So people will actually come to this place. And believe me, a lot of people wanted to go to this place. When I created a ferry line, there were just instantly tons of people waiting for the ferry. Pretty cool. It looks really, really cool and realistic with people all over the park. But yeah, that's really all there is for this video. I'll be going around for the rest of the time lapse, just adding some more little details and stuff that I missed. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like if you did. Let me know what you think about the video. If it was too long, if it was too fast, or if it was just okay. And then, well, subscribe if you want to see more, and then I'll see you in the next episode. Bye bye.